Well, in some breaking updates, 34 more people have tested positive for COVID at IIT Madras Campus. This now takes the total COVID tally to 145. Yesterday it was 111 people, but now the total COVID tally at IIT Madras has now touched 145 as 34 more people have tested positive. Dharini joins me live from Chennai. Dharini, so we're seeing the number of COVID cases in IIT Madras only increasing despite the continuous visit by the State Health Secretary and despite them promising all the COVID precautions in place. Now take us through the details of these latest cases.
In a fresh development, 34 more persons have tested positive for COVID at Chennai IIT campus. Now the total has risen to 145. So as of yesterday, the total was at 111. Now yesterday, 32 people tested positive and the total rose to 111. And today we are seeing that 34 more persons have tested positive and the total has risen to 145. So the health department is telling that around 1,892 samples were sent for testing yesterday from the Chennai IIT, and from the 1,892 samples, 34 more people have tested positive. As we are saying that for the past 4-5 days, IIT has been seeing a continuous rise in the total COVID cases that's been reported from the campus. In fact, the health secretary has visited the campus multiple times to ensure that all the preventive measures are stepped up. But the ground reality is not changing, and every day we are seeing 30 plus people are testing positive for COVID at the IIT. But inside the campus, when we are talking to the officials, they're telling that almost 95% of the students, they've started to wear masks, and in fact all the hostel blocks they have been sanitized, even sanitizers have also been kept around everywhere across the campus. But despite all the preventive measures, what we are seeing is a continuous rise day by day. So yesterday 32 and today 34. So total cases now stand at 145. So when we are talking to officials from the health department, they are telling that they're doing everything from their side to curb the spread, but it's happening in some way or the other. The health department officials are actually seeing where the mistake is actually, like where the things are going wrong and why the spread is continuing despite efforts from their side and also the management side. And meanwhile, the IT management has also been instructed to step up the preventive measures more vigorously, because the first case reported, at first 12 students reported, 12 students tested positive for COVID at IIT campus around like 4-5 days ago, and now we are seeing that the cases has risen to 145 totally. So this is like a huge surge. And meanwhile, a day before yesterday, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin also held a meeting with senior health department officials, including Minister Subramanian, to discuss the further course of action as far as COVID surge is concerned. But unfortunately, after the meeting, we didn't hear any announcements regarding new restrictions. So right now, there's this mask mandate here in Tamil Nadu, where anyone who is not wearing a mask out in public places and anyone who is not wearing a mask in crowded areas is being fined 500 rupees by the government. But apart from that, the government hasn't announced any new restrictions so far. But the Chief Minister, he continuously keeps talking to the district collectors and senior officials from the health department to know what's going on. So we are expecting some kind of new restriction announcements if the cases are going to keep on surging.
Right, there needs to be certain restrictions, certain curbs in place, especially with rising cases at IIT Madras. Thank you so much, Dharini, for getting us all those details.